or if not, or do we move back? Realistically, it is to move back. But like we talked about Monday, those scheme fits, right? I don't want no more damn potential guys drafted on potential that we can develop into our scheme. No, go get you some guys that fit your scheme that can play right now. And that's what the Bills need. So, guys, what you just heard out of Brandon Bean, what are your thoughts? Torch, I'll let you go.
Well, first of all, I want to know, is he the gambling man or is he the rambling man? I don't know which one. I'm kind of confused on this notion. But nevertheless, it would be good for them to get the best player available. I mean, who are they looking to get first? Are they looking to get who you think they're going to get tied in, which means they probably would just move back and give up some picks, or get some picks for that 27th pick? Or do they go with the linebacker first round right off the jump if he's available? Because that's a position that they need to fill like right away. So my thing is you got to look at what do the Bills need more to get them to the Super Bowl, to get them to that Lombardi trophy. Do they need somebody a first round on offense, or do they need somebody first round or second round on defense? That's what you would have to look into. Plus, on top of that, obviously, real simple. The free agency pool is still open to grab players if you need to. So, what direction do you go in? I'm in the direction of getting offense. They've gotten defense so many times already in past drafts. Josh Allen being the only one that they got offensively in the first round. It's time to go get another offensive player, and I'm stuck, sir. Like a catchy song, sir. Your prediction of Darnell Washington has stuck in my mind. I'm going to stick with that. I'm going to hope that the Buffalo Bills move back because he'll be there in the second round to go ahead and get some extra picks to add depth to the reason why the Bills already were Super Bowl contenders the year before, because of depth, and add more depth while getting a great offensive player in Darnell.
Okay. All right. Well said. Well said.
Any lies on that?
No, of course not. You only lie when we talk about basketball.
Okay.
No basketball.
I think it's interesting that he said best player available because if we're being honest, that's kind of been his MO.
He always talk about the best player available.
And he's never really gone away from that, And so, people could be mad and, it may not be what people want or look for, but if we're talking about it, what are the chances that Darnell Washington is going to be the best player available? So that's where a guy, you trade back and that becomes an option there in the second round, right? But the draft is always weird. It's always weird. Some Cleveland Farrell always gets drafted, or you know what I mean? Like something crazy is happening. Somebody's gonna drop, So I don't know if I see too much of us trading back. I feel like we're gonna get a pick in. I really could just see somebody slipping, whether that's Quentin Johnston or Nolan Smith or just anybody, that could be a playmaker for us that Brandon Bean, then his staff has a first round, grade on, and I can see them dropping and we, taking them. So for me, I'm almost on team trade up because like you said, you've been saying it forever. Why get a guy who you got to develop? We need to win now. We need to go for, contend for Super Bowls right now, right? So if you trade up, you get a premium player who can help you win now, and not only that, but you get them for 4 years cheap. Then the fifth year, and you go from there. And you get a guy who can help you contribute, who can grow with your offense and or defense, and be a playmaker for you down the line. And I honestly, being honest, I really do see that happening. Just with the way draft nights go and the trades that come and we see unexpected things. I could see the Bills being one of them teams, trade up to a 19 or a 22 or something like that and go get a player. I think that's what's going to happen personally.
So who would be that guy? Since you think that's what's going to happen, who is going to be there?
Yeah, like I said,
who would the Bills trade up for to go get?
I really, really like a lot of people.
See, there you go.
But I've been on my guy Jackson Smith and Jigba, and the hype around wide receivers is kind of all over the place. There's not a lot of wide receiver talent in this draft. Oh, there's only one first round wide receiver. Oh, Quentin Johnston's not even. He's gonna slip to 20 to 28. Oh, Zay Jones and who Jackson Smith and Jigba and also another guy, Jordan Addison are all being invited to the draft. So there's only one first round grade, but then 3 receivers being invited to the draft. One receiver who is a number 1 receiver on a lot of people's big board is not invited to the draft now. So, it kind of puts us in a weird position. But if a guy like Jackson Smith and Jigba is going to drop anywhere past, I'd say like 18, I think 19, 20 is where I would kind of draw the line as far as going up and getting him. That is who I would go and get personally.
So basically, getting Stephon Diggs replacement. That's basically in some
replacement.
I don't know about that. I mean,
maybe a replacement in 3-4 years.
We're going to get Stephon Diggs replacement right now. Jackson Smith and Jigba. That's what you're saying right now. So trade up again. He's the missing 3 or
4 years.
So he's the missing piece right now.
Big receiver.
So he's the missing piece.
I never said he was a missing
I'm just
piece.
saying. You just said that.
Never said that. I did not say
he's the missing piece. We need to move up to get guys. That's going to be the missing piece.
To get a playmaker. We don't have any missing pieces.
We an impact right now.
Yes. Now you're talking. To be an impact right now, yeah, I'd say he's that guy to go ahead and do that.
Whoa. They got Quentin Johnston right now ranked number 1. This draft class is filled with undersized wide receivers. Jackson stands at 6'3", 208 pounds. Then number 2 is Jordan Addison. Number 3 is Jackson Smith and Jigba.
You see, it depends on whose board you're going off of.
Zay Flowers, number 4. Right. This is score. All right. This is scores, prospect ratings. Everybody gonna have their own prospect ratings. I'm just looking at scores right now. All right. Shout out the scores. How about your boy? But
so for Buffalo fan base big board, we got Quentin Johnston at 1, Jordan Addison at 2, Jalen Hyatt at 3, Zay Flowers at 4, Jackson Smith and Jigba ain't until 5.
Right. It's just like what Brandon Bean said. Some guys may have our guy higher on their board than what we may have.
Right.
And that's the nuances of how this draft really works, because Dre may like Hyatt, but you might be high on Zay Flowers. I'm high on Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I'm giving him a second round grade to where I'm giving Johnson a first round grade. And I could have kept the clips rolling, but Brandon Bean said it's not really that many guys that carry the first round grade.
It'll be interesting to see who they have as a first round grade.
Right. So you gotta pay attention to what the guy's saying. You gotta read in between the lines. You gotta learn how to read in between the lines. If you said that there's not that many damn guys that carry the first round grade, we picked 27.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's 4 picks away from the second round.
He's moving
down. I don't doubt that.
So
but
maybe
also
they
moving up is an option.
They guy that they probably have coveted may still be on the board at 23, 25 or something like that. Then they may reach to go get him and say, all right, let's.
I think that's what's going to happen.
Oh, come on.
That can happen. That can happen. Other than that, they're moving back. Me personally, I think the Bills are going to trade back because they need more picks. The Bills got 70. I mean, they only got 70 people on the roster. They got to fill this roster. So they need more draft picks. I mean, we know they're going to at least bring in 10 undrafted free agents. That's automatic. So they need more draft capital. And the only way you do that, you move back a couple of spots. And we know that they always are moving back. they really start moving back second, third round. It's like how they did James Cook, right? They kept moving back, nitpicking, moving back, but they moved back to accumulate late round picks, stuff like that. Because Bean does have a knack of finding guys in those meat and potato rounds that could be an impact on his team, a la Matt Milano, a la Gabe Davis. You know what I mean? So he has found guys in those later rounds that's, basically provided dividends. My man Bassie was what, a 6th round pick. He's one of the top kickers in the game, if you ask me right now. You know what I mean? So to get that at a 6th round pick, Bean does a good job in those meat and potato rounds on finding guys. Benford, 6th round guy. All right. So he does a good job of doing that. Right. Exactly. So he does a good job of doing that. Me personally, I think the Bills is going to move back. If you look at my 2.0 mock draft, which came out today. I know I said I was going to do it Monday, but it took me a while to really process it, think about it, see if Justus was going to put his out that I ain't seen yet.
Busy, man. I'm going to get to it. I'm going to get to it.
He's a busy guy, right? He's an octopus. He's a busy guy.
I swear to God, right?
So 2.0, I put my mock draft out, and I did have a trade. I put a trade together where the Bills traded with the Las Vegas Raiders, pick number 38.
Yes.
So we swap out pick 27 for pick number 38, and we get
immediately.
Yeah, you
immediately got Jack Campbell.
And that's mock 2. Don't worry. 3 coming out. I can't put the same people in mock 1 that I did in mock 2. Yeah. It's a method to my madness, right? Yeah, because you got to look at your board. Like my 3 mocks, that's going to be my board, right? So whoever I have top pick, mock 1, mock 2, mock 3, that's my board. Those are my 3 top guys along with other possibilities. So it's going to probably be about 6 guys I have on my board. So yeah, Jack Campbell immediately, because we got to address that linebacker situation.
For sure.
Right? So we take pick 38, we pick up pick 100, all right, late in the 3rd round, and then we'll pick up another 6th round pick, 5th or 6th round pick, which is fine. I'll make that move, all right? But they could easily take pick 38 and take Darnell Washington, all right? I just didn't want to. I can't put Darnell Washington twice. As much as I want to, I can't put him down twice. Even on my 3, he may not be that pick in my mock 3, but deep down, I'm praying that they go get that guy. If they don't get him in the 1st round, hopefully they get his ass in the 2nd round. We need a Darnell Washington ASAP. That's just my opinion. Get the big physical specimen. I can't preach that enough, but we do need a guy like Jack Campbell. And these guys are coming in with injuries too. Jack Campbell is dealing with some injuries, all right? He has a shoulder injury, that may have him slip in the later rounds. That's why you see Jack Campbell going anywhere between early 2nd to late 2nd. Jack Campbell can go anywhere between there. He to me, he's not really carrying a 1st round grade, not like that. Even with Darnell Washington, he's carrying a grade of anywhere between a late 2nd to an early 3rd in some mocks. Darnell Washington is. And it goes back to the question of what Brandon Bean's saying. Some guys may be higher on your board than others. I might have, a 2nd round grade on this guy to oppose where another team may have a higher grade on and go get him, So that's just how it works. So we're going to see soon enough from who likes who, in what in just a week. It's a week away. So we're definitely going to find out who likes who ASAP. So I in my mock 2.0, I moved back to accumulate picks. I think what the Bills are looking for, they can nab still in the 2nd round. Guys like a Jack Campbell will still be available. At pick 38, Jack Campbell, I say probably it's a good possibility that he still be on the board at pick 38. And if he's not, then, there's still a lot of more serviceable linebackers that can fit the mold. I think the Bills are playing possum with what they have in the building. I do get it. Dotson does deserve a chance because he's been in their system for 3 years backing up Tremaine. So they're going to give him that. They're going to give him that. But they're still going to bring in another guy, to create competition and a guy that they know they can have around for, the next 3 years. Because, again, Dobson is only under a 1-year deal. They brought in A.J. Klein. He's on a 1-year deal. You got Bernard, but I think he's more of a Matt Milano backup than playing stack backer. And then you got Balin Spector. He can be the surprise guy. But I think more or less that the Bills are going to at least address that linebacker in the first 2 rounds. They may not even address tight end in the first 2 rounds. Because again, like you said, Justus, he may take the best player available. That could be a Brian Bressie may slide, which I think he's going to slide. I don't think Brian Bressie is going to be, he's still going to be on board. Quentin Johnson, like you said, he'll still be, one of those anywhere between 20 to, 31. He's going to be on that backside. I do believe that.
If in the first round.
He's going to be on that backside. Nolan Smith. He may slide. He may go in the top 10 and he may slide.
I love Nolan Smith.
But I don't see him slide. Even though I see it in mock drafts, I don't see that guy slide.
Yeah, I agree.
You don't be that big like that and run, 4 threes and stuff like that. I mean, Trayvon Walker was the same size, right? He went number 1 overall.
Trayvon, yep.
Same size. He went number 1 overall. So where does Nolan Smith slides all the way until, the end of the first round?
I just don't know if I like Nolan Smith at edge. I'd like him as like a Micah Parsons type.
You just love Micah Parsons.
I love Micah Parsons. I do. But I've been comparing Nolan Smith and Trent Simpson to Micah Parsons since I watched, their film. In my defense. But
they're saying
I
Trent
do.
Simpson, they slide.
I do. I really like Micah Parsons. I feel like, again, that is a crazy pickup in terms of value. To get maybe the best defensive player in the league is certainly one of the best for years to come. Mm-hmm. When they got him, he's a number 1 overall type talent. And so they got him and they got really, really lucky with him. And, I would love for us to have a guy like that. We win the Super Bowl both last year and the year before that if we have a Micah Parsons or someone like that. So that's why it's kind of like the Josh Allen, right? Why did Trey Lance get drafted so high, right? Why is Richardson being touted so high, right? It's because of the success of Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. And I think that a lot of people, such as Nolan Smith and Simpson, are going to be getting the Micah Parsons love just because people are like, I want me a Micah Parsons.
I don't know about all that. Micah Parsons, he played linebacker. He wasn't coming off the edge. Nolan Smith is strictly off the edge.
That's why I said that.
Micah Parsons, played all over the place. You saw him playing in the middle at Penn State. You saw him rushing from the outside. So it was a perfect fit, and Dallas knew what to do with it. They play Micah Parsons to a strong suit. All right.
4-3-9. You got
other teams, right? Other teams are not doing that. Other teams are saying we're going to develop him to fit our scheme. I don't care if it take the last year of his contract. We're going to do it. We're going to bloody do it. But, again, why go through all that when you can go and get you a D. Hopkins, right? Why go through all that when you got a turnkey, more established guy? And then, again, we had the pressers yesterday. I had to catch my boy Von. Man, that's always good to talk to Von because Von gonna give it to me. You know what I mean? He ain't gonna pull no punches about it. And I know Bills Mafia be like, oh my God, not again. Please don't save us the anguish on seeing that another guy of that type of caliber wants to come to Buffalo and don't come. I know a lot of Bills fans were disgruntled because OBJ chose to take his bag. Y'all gotta understand. I mean, yeah, he wanted to come to Buffalo because, that was an easy way to go win a chip. But at the end of the day, he won his back. He got a chip already, right? So if the team gonna offer him 15 to 18 million, he got to go get that. The hell with playing with the Bills. You mean to tell me the team gonna offer me 15 to 18 million for 1 year? I got to go get that. Then Bills, I'll see y'all next year if y'all need my services. But I got to go get that money right now. So we got our guy, next up, D-Hop, right? We all talked about it. If D-Hop doesn't, if OBJ goes to any one of these other teams that was offering him, what we going to do with D-Hop? So I had to ask my guy, Von Miller, about that situation since, he trained with him down in Texas. This is what he had to say.
This gym that y'all always working out at, that had Derrick Henry and DeAndre Hopkins. What are your thoughts on DeAndre in the training for that? That's a Dallas. That's Barry Sanders' gym in Dallas, and I've been going there for like 3 years. It's a great environment. We get work done. It's right down the street from my house downtown, so it's convenient for me. And you got a lot of guys coming in. I talk to Hop all the time, and it's kind of like the thing. It's kind of like the same thing with OBJ. You just never know until you know. So I say you want to be a Buffalo Bill, and you just never know until you get that DeAndre Hopkins signature on the contract. So I'm not sure what circumstances are, or what's going on with that, but I would love to see DeAndre Hopkins be here, and I would love to have his skill set on our offense with Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, Dawson Knox, and Gabe Davis. How could we lose with those guys?
So I had to ask my boy Von Miller. So I'm looking at him right now on Pat McAfee show. I guess he was on there today talking about it. So Von, you owe me a check. You owe me a check, Von. You know what I mean? You owe me a check, Von. See how I got you, I got you getting interviewed and all that. I'm sick of it too, by the way. I don't care who's listening. It's time to get credit where credit's due. Mm-hmm. All right? I don't care who's listening. It's no attrition. I've seen this question being publicized everywhere via, my constituents. But damn, can I get some love? Can I get some love? I can't get no love, huh? No love. I'm the one that asked the question that went viral, but I don't get no love. It don't come via Waffle Sports. It comes via everywhere damn else. And I'm sick of that. All right? Damn. Y'all gonna show your boys some love of where it come from? I gladly do the same, but I ain't getting no love. I don't get no love at all. But, I give juicy content for everybody to write stories. And, I love that. I don't have no problem with it. But damn, sometimes can you at least say where it comes from? Who asked it? Waffle Sports asked Von Miller, blah, 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 blah. And this is what Von had to say. And yeah, I appreciate that. But to get it coming from every Tom, Dick, and Harry, where's the love, man? That's all I'm saying. Where's the love? You know what I'm saying? Where's the love? That's all. I keep boys eating out here, but I don't get no love. But there you have it. Von Miller, you owe me a check because you was on Pat McAfee show today answering my question. I might call him, after the show about that too. You know what I mean? You see how we work. That's how we work. But how about that? How about D. Hopkins coming to Buffalo? You know what I mean? And we had this discussion on Monday. Would you take Quentin Johnson or, Jackson Smith and Jigba?
We didn't ask that question. We asked Quentin Johnson.
Okay, so you taking Jigba over DeAndre?
Absolutely.
No way.
Yes.
I'm not taking no rookie that I'm not. I don't know what he's capable of in the pros over a guy that's proven in the league.
You
if I gotta pay that money for that, guess what? You gotta pay to play.
You gotta weigh it. You gotta weigh the situations. Like Johnston, again, he's 6'4" and he runs a 4-0. Like, why are you not the first overall? There's a reason, you know what I mean, that he's slipping.
They want to say
whatever the case may be. There's a reason he is not touted as like one of the top picks. As a consensus, right? I don't know if he is going to make the transition. I think he will, but I'm not like super confident in it. I'm super confident in Jackson Smith and Jigba. Super confident.
But we saw that before, though. Just because the consensus said that he's not a top pick. Henry Ruggs wasn't a consensus top pick. He went as the first wide receiver off the board.
It was terrible.
It don't matter, but his speed, what you was just talking about, he ran the 4.
Right. Thank you.
I don't understand.
So in Jigba, he has history. He has injury history too. He has injury history.
Got the best training staff in the league.
He has injury history.
What? Oh, okay. We got the best training staff in the league.
me put it to you like this. Our teams are going to have nightmares putting the game plan together for Diggs and the Jigba.
Yep.
Or Diggs and D.
Both.
I understand it's 420 coming up.
Oh,
I understand it's 420 because I don't know what you're smoking right now for you to make that statement.
I'm gonna send Muki Jackson's tape because clearly he ain't been watching the tape for Jackson.
I watched the tape.
Nah, you couldn't have been.
I watched the tape.
Look, again, we talked about it on Monday. You know what you're getting with D-Hop. You get in the winter, comes in his locker room, great locker room fit, all that. And we said unanimously, who is the better option for this year? DeAndre Hopkins, no questions asked. I don't care who the other option is. But again, you got to weigh the options. You got to think about the next 4 years, especially if you're Brandon.
I'm not
That's
thinking
fine.
about 4 years.
That's fine.
You don't have to.
You don't have to. But the person who's the decision maker for drafting players has to think about that. And when you do, you can say, all right, I'll give up this, hopefully less than 18 million that he's getting or whatever, to get D Hopkins, right? And you get a great player coming in, but you also are going to lose pieces like we did when Von Miller came in. Jackson Smith and Jigba, you get a rookie on rookie contract who can be a great wide receiver in the years to come, who's going to be a good, really good wide receiver this year.
We're talking about years to come.
Who's going to be a really good wide receiver this year.
We need to win the Super Bowl now.
Really good wide receiver this year.
We need to win the Super Bowl
He's
now.
going to be a really good wide receiver this year.
So again, we're drafting on potential. A really good guy this year.
That's any draft.
The same thing. They said the same thing about AJ Espinosa. They said the same thing
about.
They said the same thing. They said the same thing about Ed Allen.
You're not doing that live on air.
Yes, I am. I'm doing that live
on
air.
AJ Epinesa?
Thinking process.
Is that where we going?
Their thinking process.
So my question is, because I've been listening to you talk about maybe the Bills move up.
Yeah.
What player would the Bills move up?
He said in Jigba. That's what he wants.
The wide receiver?
The wide receiver. Negative.
Yes.
He's not going to move up.
Whether they do or don't, we'll see. But
did he play a full season last year?
To sit here and say that it's not like a good. But hold on, but you're asking questions. You're asking questions that really don't have anything to do with next year.
It do.
What is him playing a full season last year?
If he comes to you, your
Gregory Rousseau didn't play the entire season when he was drafted in the first round.
Because of COVID.
Don't matter. He didn't play. Don't matter. He didn't play.
It wasn't because of injury.
He didn't play.
It wasn't because of injury.
He didn't play. He came in and still got burned and had a pretty decent season.
The other wide receiver that missed the whole year and still ended up.
Jamison Williams.
No,
yeah,
Jamar Chase. Didn't Jamar Chase miss the whole year?
Chase.
Yeah.
You're making my point.
But it wasn't no injury. It wasn't an injury. It was COVID.
You helping my argument. Oh yeah, I appreciate that. You gonna trade? You gonna pass up on Jamar Chase? Would you pass on Jamar Chase?
It wasn't because of injury. He didn't play because of COVID. It wasn't an injury.
You nitpicking?
I'm nitpicking
because you bringing in all these non-factors.
How many games did Njigba play last year?
I don't know off the top of my head.
You watched all this tape.
I watched the tape. I didn't count the games he played.
You watched all this tape.
You know how many games he played? Do you know how many games he played?
If you watched all these tapes,
do you know how many games he played?
You watched the highlight tape, so you watching all the good plays.
I watched tape. I watched the games and I watched play by play. Do you know how many games he played?
How many games did he play?
Do you know? I just said I didn't. Do you know?
4 games.
Okay.
4.
Okay. And how do you do in those 4 games?
4 games. But we want to say he's the Bill savior.
How do you do?
He's the Bill savior.
Yes, he's the Bill savior. No, well, we'll see because he's not a Buffalo Bill yet. If he's drafted by the Bills, yes, he's going to be a superstar wide receiver.
4 games?
He's going to be a superstar wide receiver.
You won't be a GM no time.
He's going to be a superstar wide receiver.
You mean to tell me 4 games?
Jamison Williams tore his ACL and was still drafted in the first round.
By the Detroit Lions who need receivers. Detroit need receivers.
You are moving the goalposts.
I'm not moving.
You are. You just keep adding new scenarios.
What's in Jigba 40 time?
Let me see.
Jamison Williams was probably like a 4-1. Yeah, I'm gonna wait around for that. I wouldn't have been mad if the Bills would have drafted Williams because he's blowing the top off of defenses. And Jigba is not blowing the top off of defenses.
Who cares?
Who cares?
He could route up any DB.
Route up any.
Is Stephon Diggs blowing the top off of defenses?
Yeah.
Not really.
Yes, he got a double the guy.
He-
And he still caught over 100 catches.
So, but he's not like a burner. He's not Jamar Chase or Tyreek Hill.
He don't have to be Stephon Diggs.
And Jackson Smith and Jigba is Jackson Smith and Jigba,
Guess
which is my point.
Guess
You
what?
actually go. It goes
Guess
to my
what?
point.
Stephon Diggs got drafted in the 5th round.
Okay.
Got drafted in the 5th round.
What does that mean?
That meaning Jigba could get drafted.
Oh my! All right, move on. Let's move on.
Let's move on. Let's definitely move on because clearly this guy has an infatuation with a guy who only played 4 games and missed due to injury.
You have an infatuation with a guy who wasn't even the number 1 tight end on his team.
He played 3 games and he played 40 snaps.
But you're talking about a guy who wasn't even the number 1 tight end on his team.
He had 40 passing.
Right.
So what are we talking about?
Because we're talking about scheme fit. The Bills
They don't even use the second tight end.
We need a guy to block, bro.
I agree.
We need a guy to block. We need efficiency in the red zone. And a tight end gives you that. That's all I'm saying. I'm not looking at the sexiest pick, who gonna score the most fantasy points for me at this pick. The Bills don't need that much. They was number 2 in scoring. It was number 2 in total yards. So that's not the issue. The issue with the Bills is how can they be efficient in the red zone? And so you go get a tight end that's going to help your team run the ball or be a big target for you in the red zone.
Or a dude that's going to route up any DB across.
Not inside the 20.
So can we look at his overall grade, please? Look at his overall.
Oh, my God. He's failing. He's a 55.1 PPF.
That's his overall.
But he's your top guy.
Yo, I could give a crap. I really could. I watched the plays, okay? I watch him route corners up.
Who was the
no
corners?
matter what.
Who were the corners? Who were the corners?
Corners was across.
He only played 4 games.
And the corners that was across from him, he routed them up.
What teams?
The corners
What
he was
teams
across
were
from him,
they?
he routed
What
them up.
teams were they?
The corners
you watched the game.
The corners
You
was
said
across
you
from him.
watched the game.
He routed them up.
Come on.
I was watching
Okay,
Jackson
so
Smith and
what
Jigba. I
team?
wasn't paying attention.
You weren't paying attention to the team.
No, I was not paying
What
attention
are
to
you
the
looking at?
quarterbacks who might not even play in
Was
the
it
league.
DJ Turner?
I don't
from
know.
Michigan?
I don't know. But I know.
Was it
I know. What I know
from Illinois?
What I know is
Was it
that
Witherspoon
every
from
time
Illinois?
he was on the other side of the line of scrimmage, the DB was at least 2-3 yards away from him.
It was only played 3.5
It was
games.
2-3 yards away from him.
Okay, again, I ask you this question again.
Okay.
Was it DJ Turner from Michigan? Was it Witherspoon from Illinois?
See,
Because
look,
these are
you moving the goalposts
I'm moving
again.
the goalposts.
You are because
you could be
you
doing that against bums.
you
I'm
could
not
you
moving
could say this
goalposts.
about any player.
You said you watched the tape.
You
No,
could
I
say this
cannot.
about
I
any
cannot.
player. You
cannot.
can. You
No,
could nitpick
cannot.
these things
you
about
cannot.
any player.
You cannot.
Yes, you can.
Because one question, I'm gonna tell you this: Quentin Johnson played against who? Michigan. He made DJ Turner look like a 4th string out there. And DJ Turner running 4.2s out there at the combine.
You just in love with speed and size.
Are you right? I sure am. Size and speed. They say speed kills. No, size and speed kills. That's been a component of mine for 30 years.
What's up? What's popping?
Right. You got the games. You got the teams.
He played against Arkansas State.
Really?
Toledo. And the first game of the year where they only scored 21 was against Notre Dame.
Guess what? Them boys is getting routed up.
Really?
Routed
That's
up.
what we played against?
Routed
that's
up.
a hell of a high. You got some great tape against those.
Routed up.
This
And
is what
hold
I'm
on, because
saying.
hold on. My thing is, y'all sitting here trying to downplay him.
Ice
Like,
cream league.
why would he be a first round grade
I'm
if
just
the guy was
entertaining
like,
both sides.
You know why? Because of his junior year. Because of his junior year. And then guess what? You got to look at why he had those numbers his junior year. Wasn't a guy called Garrett Wilson on that team that that allowed him to be that other guy because Garrett Wilson is smoking those guys? Isn't it a guy called Marvin Harrison Jr. who will be probably the top 3 pick in next year's draft?
so Jamar Chase was only good because Justin Jefferson was on the team.
He's a monster. They had other pieces too now.
You're right. They did. They had other pieces. Just
Wait
like
a
Ohio
minute.
State had other pieces.
Wait a minute now.
Just like Ohio State. had
Wait
other
a
pieces.
minute now. They both definitely complimented each other.
Hold
I'm not
on.
saying they did.
We comparing apples to oranges because we talking ACC to the Big Ten. Let's be clear.
What I'm talking about
clear.
is having other talented players around you that is helping your success, which is what you were. This is what you were talking about when you mentioned Garrett Wilson and Marvis Harrison.
Arkansas State.
Is that not what you're talking about? You're talking about other talent being able to help you out?
Arkansas State.
Is that not what you're talking about? Is that what you're talking about?
Arkansas State,
because LSU had everybody.
I'm talking about his peers. Yeah, LSU play SEC ball, so that's
everybody.
Yeah, that's
on the team.
That's like a semi-pro league team.
Burrow,
SEC.
Like, so that is false. Like
that ain't in Jigba. Jigba ain't go to LSU.
I'm not saying he did, but I'm only speaking from the perspective of having talent around you to help you succeed.
Okay, so do you know what games he played in that year that he put all the numbers up? 1595.
No, tell us. Please tell us.
Minnesota.
The Gophers. Go Gophers.
They lost to Oregon, which was horrible. Tulsa, Akron, Rutgers, Maryland, Indiana, Nebraska.
What did you want them to play ranked schools every single week?
Just said.
No,
we're the Michigans. We're the Michigan States. We're the Illinois.
Came late. Michigan came late. Utah came late. Michigan State came late, but they routed Michigan.
I mean,
State.
Was it a bowl game? What did he do in the bowl game? Did he play in the bowl game?
Yeah, the Rose Bowl game he played in.
What did he do?
The Jigba. Let's see here.
He doing a bowl game because the schedule is garbage. Yeah. Garbage numbers.
Okay, so oh my God, in the bowl game, 347, 3 touchdowns, 15 catches.
Yeesh.
Against Utah. Yeesh.
Marvin
Harrison Jr. had 6 catches, 71 yards, and 3 touchdowns that game too.
So that's why his stock is what it is, because he produced that type in that one game. One hit wonder.
Oh my God.
One hit wonder. You just broke your guy down.
No, you did not at all. You did not at all.
So that's when the scouts look at that, they say, okay, go look at the Rose Bowl game. That's the only tape they're going to look at.
He do got a man crush on Washington.
Oh, and by the way, Michigan smoked them that year.
I do have a man
I do remember Michigan.
Because I know what the Bills need. Jigba, I don't.
You talking to me about a guy who's gonna come in and be a sixth lineman? I'm not saying that he's not valuable. I'm not saying that he's not gonna come in. I'm not gonna say that he's not gonna come in and be an asset. But you sitting here saying like he would produce more for the Bills than Jackson Smith and Jigba?
Hold on, you know what's funny?
No.
Hold on. You know what's funny?
And Jigba can't block nobody.
You know what's funny?
And Jigba can't block nobody. We need physical guys.
Way.
By the way, you mentioned Garrett Wilson. You didn't miss him because Olave was on that team.
Yeah, you're right.
Yep. Just like Justin Jefferson,
right.
Dalius Moss, and Jamal
That is Moss. You go, Dave. That is Moss too.
He was a beast in college.
So now he's moving to goalpost.
How am I moving? You just talked about correlating talent.
You moving to goalpost.
Now I'm moving to goalpost, even though I'm going off of based on what you said.
Your boy is going to slide. He's going to slide.
You want to bet?
He's going to.
You want to bet? Because last time we bet, what happened? You want to bet again?
Yeah, I gave him some pizza last time. My bet.
You want to bet again?
He's going to slide.
You want to bet?
Yeah.
What you want to bet?
What you want to bet?
I will bet you. Well,
I'm just wondering, who did you give a pizza to?
Nobody.
We'll bet pizza. We'll bet pizza. A large pizza. I say Jackson Smith and Jigba don't make it out of 25. Don't make past 25.
You don't make it past 25? I say you do.
I bet. Large pizza. Y'all heard it. It's on film.
Jigba's going to slide.
We're going to see.
He's going to slide. And if he do,
we're going to see if this one hit wonder.
He's going to join Baker Mayfield. Bust a bus.
What do you mean? Join him in Tampa? Is that what you meant?
He's going to join him.
Is that what you meant?
He's going to join him to his reference of playing the league. Bust a bus.
Yeah.
What's a bus?
Offensive rookie of the year. Yeah, you're right. Maybe that.
I'm just saying. I'm me. If I'm taking a tight end. I'm moving back in the draft because I know he's going to be available. I'm still extra picks, and I'm going to get a 6 lineman because everybody keeps talking about the Bills need linemen. Well, how about go get a lineman that can go out and catch a pass from time to time? Right? It's not a guy that's going to be. I'm telling you, this is not a pick for fantasy. This is a pick that you need that's going to get you over the hump. This is a pick that's going to do all the dirty work, all the little things that you need done out there that's not getting done. taken care of, especially inside the red zone. The Bills can get 20-20 against any team in the league. They struggle inside the damn 20. So what are you going to do? Who can help you inside the 20? Because you're not isolating Stephon Diggs one-on-one. You're not isolating Gabe Davis one-on-one. You don't run the damn football.
So how does a backup tight end help you in that scenario?
Because he's going to block.
If you can't get the ball in the end zone,
he's
though,
not a
what does
backup.
an extra blocker
He's
do?
not a backup. He's
But
not a backup.
he
He's
will
number
be
two
a
tight
backup
end.
on this team.
He's not.
He will be a backup on this
number
team.
2 tight end and 12 personnel is a starter.
All right. This is your assumption that they'll play number 2 or 12 personnel. Because you're assuming that Dorsey is going to use him correctly.
Right.
I'm not going to be so quick to
How many
make
times
that
you said
assumption.
68 was in the damn game?
I mean,
68 reported eligible. How many times?
Okay, so hold on. But you talk about how turnovers are a big thing in the red zone. You talk about how it's
Guess
sloppiness.
what?
How does an extra lineman help that?
Because you can't throw the 68 in the damn red zone.
How does
right.
I don't understand how that helps though.
What you mean when it helps? Teams know that when 68 report eligible inside the 20, he's not going out for a pass. So when you bring a number 2 tight end who's 6'7", 275 pounds, that's a freaking nature.
So you think
you have to account for him in that red zone, along with Dawson Knox, along with play action pass off a running back, Stephon Diggs, and Gabe Davis. I'm just saying that's just me. I can't think for Bean or Dorsey, but me personally,
I understand your logic. I just don't.
I would use.
I don't have the confidence you have that they'll utilize them like that.
We just have to see. I mean, they don't need that much. They need a dirty worker to come in to do a job that nobody's not doing out there. And that's going to open up for everybody else.
So, Muki, I just want to go back and rewind a little bit to the beginning of the show. Justus, was it you that said that the Bills have no spots to take care of? Like, they have no holes in their armor? You said that they don't need
outside of linebacker. I would say that there is no real, and even with linebacker, like if you take a look at the Bills roster and you look at it relative to every other roster in the league, I say 95. There's maybe 2 other teams in the league that have a better roster than us currently.
Maybe. Yeah, you said no chinks in the armor, but then I just listened to you say that you're not confident in them in the red zone.
I'm not confident in Dorsey.
You're not confident in
Dorsey? That's not the roster, though. That's Dorsey and his play calling ability.
Okay, so then here's my question. What should they be doing in the red zone that would make you confident?
Protect the football. That's their main thing. They super sloppy.
They should be running the football inside
that
the
too.
Red and setting up play action inside the red.
But they're super sloppy.
That's what you do inside the damn red zone. You don't be going 5 down wide inside the red zone. Because what that's going to do is teams are going to only send 4 and have 7 in coverage. Yeah. So you're outflanked because you're only sending 4 to 5 guys out against 7.
That's how they lost to Minnesota.
That's how they lost to every team.
Yeah.
So you have to run the ball. Teams dared the Bills to run because they knew they wasn't running. So you have to run the football this year. So go get a tight end that that's going to block, because Dawson Knox is wishy-washy when it comes to that. He's a hybrid tight end.
And Damian Harris can run.
So you have to run the football inside the red, set up play action. How you think they came back from the Chicago Bears on all teams? They ran the ball, set up play action. It was a piece of cake. Got up out of there. Well, actually, they got stuck, but they made that game quite easy when they ran the ball and used play action, right? And they didn't do it. They ain't do it the rest of the season. You know what I mean? Now you have a tight end. If you do draft Darnell Washington, you can do that. That's all I'm saying. So that being said, guys, time always flies when we're arguing.
Damn, that was the show over already.
Time always flies when we're arguing. Yeah. We got 53 on the dial. We got a lot of bills.
That was quick.
But hey. Sunday, we got my boy Stevie Johnson. Maybe we get a good soundbite from him. He is in town. He's going to be at Thin Line Brewery, talking about some things, some grown things.
Doing the show with him tomorrow.
Doing that show with him tomorrow. Make sure y'all come on down. What's the address? Yeah, make sure y'all come on down and, check out my boy Stevie Johnson. You know what I mean? And we got some things we got to talk about. But
I'm sorry. Okay.
Go ahead.
All right, so it's at Thin Man Brewery. Make sure y'all come out. It's from 7 to 11. course, this don't have the address on it.
They know what Thin Line Brewery
Yeah,
is. Just
look up
Google it.
Thin Man, like skinny man, Thin Man Brewery.
It's on Inwood.
Look it up. Yeah. And make sure y'all check us out.
Can't miss it. Definitely smell it.
And tomorrow 420, so you know what I mean? You smell it.
Right. I'm working out tomorrow, so I'll be in the building. My guys I might have to hold me down Sunday because I'll be in Ohio probably.
Say less.
Coming from Nike Elite Camp. So on behalf of the General, on behalf of the Torch, on behalf of this guy not playing hooky all weekend long, which is Reddy Rob, I'm Muki Hawkins. Stay safe. Choose love, not hate. Wash them damn hands, man. Let's go.
Did you know that you could win up to $500?
I'm sending you in Jigma tape. You bugging.
Against Arkansas
You
State.
bugging.
I see that.
No. See. Okay.
I go watch the Rose Bowl game.
I think that's the difference, right? Because when I'm watching tape, I'm watching the player. I could give a damn about the defense. I could give a damn. Well, that's not true. That's not true. That does matter.
You gotta watch
the cornerback does matter to a degree, right? But I'm more concerned with what the player is doing and what he can do.
Against Arkansas State.
It doesn't. No. You're missing the point. I'm more concerned with what the player is doing and what he can do. How fast is he off the line? How hard does he put his foot into the ground when he's making his cuts? How quick is he to cut on a dime? Blah 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 blah. I'm looking at the player.
Against a one-stop.
Doesn't matter. You could run against air, and if you could do what you do and you do it, then you could do it.
You can't do it when the guy walked down on you. It's all good when the guy walked down on you. How you doing that when the guy?
If you lightning fast off the line, like Njigba is, then you going right past anybody that's trying to press you.
Okay, now let's keep in mind though, he's gonna be playing next year with grown men. He ain't gonna be playing with Arkansas State. He ain't gonna be going. I
love that argument when people be, college player coming. Yes, there are college players that come in and dominate these dudes. What does that mean?
He's not going to be playing.
Jamar, there's not a corner in the league that could touch Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase is top 10 pick.
Agreed.
Okay.
But I'm saying that argument of him coming in college, 10. He's playing into it.
Don't carry a top 10.
Guess who wasn't? There's not a corner in the league that could touch Justin Jefferson. Talk to me now. 20. Right. Yeah. He wasn't the top 10 pick.
No, he was 22nd.
He sure was.
He almost slid to the Bills, but we traded for Stephon.
No, he would have been ours if we didn't trade for Stephon. I'm not mad at it. But
you know why? You know why he slid? Because they thought he was more or less of a slot instead of outside receiver.
I remember that.
That's why.
I remember that.
That's why. So everybody went goofy with those outside receivers, right? Didn't Henry Ruggs was that he in that draft? Philly, who Philly take? Philly messed that draft off bad. Who?
Devonta Smith, who's also really good.
They took Devonta. He was in that.
Oh wait, in that draft.
No,
it wasn't in that draft.
It was in the draft before.
Yeah, Philly messed that. Philly took Rager.
Jalen Rager.
They took Rager. Right. They took dude from Arizona State over a guy who had over 100 catches in college. The production, like that was crazy.
That's a major
though as the number 2 though.
Devonta Smith. Be nice as a number 1.
Right.
That boy is good.
No, I'm talking about
with the Eagles.
Yeah,
no.
Number 1.
He's good as a number 1. They just happen to have a top 5 receiver also on the team.
Well,
JJ Brown.
Okay, so I kind of disagree with that. The year before they tried that. That's why they went and got. That's why they went and got
inexperienced Jalen Hurts.
So wait a minute. So not and he's light as hell. That's the other thing. He's light as hell.
He is small. He is small.
Super small. For
very skinny. Very skinny.
I mean, he ain't Deshaun Jackson now. Let's keep that a brick.
He might be up there with him.
You like that comparison?
He might be up there. He might be up there. He might be up there.
He ain't there yet.
Just ain't as interesting.
Yeah, and he's not there yet. He's not there yet, but he could be. He got potential to be.
I was one that was high on Devonta.
Your guy played against Arkansas State and Toledo. He went ape shit. He went ape shit in the Rose Bowl. Okay, we give him that, but that was it.
By the way, Utah is what Pac-12. I thought they didn't play no defense.
They play defense. They're a physical team. Just like USC. They do the Jordan Addison this year. So I give them that. You can't take that out of the way. To get 15 catches and all those damn yards in the bowl game. 347 yards in one game.
That was the game. That was the game Stroud almost threw for 600.
That was a super career game. That was his career game. What was the score of that game?
48-45.
No wonder. You gonna tell me? I want you to
I
go
can't
and see.
wait, yo.
Well, he didn't play
I'm
against
eating
those
this
games.
pizza right in front of him too.
He didn't
right
play
in
against none of the dogs.
every slice, though.
Yo, you know what? You told a lie. You told more lies than I did today.
What lie did I tell?
You told the lie about me in basketball. You better ask him
tell
about
lies.
last year.
You do
No.
tell
You better ask
You
him
be
about
lying.
last year in basketball.
Lying your ass
Ask
off.
him. No. That's a lie.
He's talking
You better
about
ask-
basketball because we sure.
Yeah, you better ask him about basketball last year.
Oh, we
All
didn't.
his
We even talking about the playoffs.
I smoked him
Lakers lost.
every series last year in the playoffs.
Oh,
Like,
what you called every playoffs? Every series?
Every one of them.
Which all right,
Every one.
so you calling this year's?
What you want to do? You want to call me live for live? You want to go live for live,
I'm
sir?
asking
No,
you,
let's play the
dog.
game live for live.
Bro, I'm just asking who you think will win, bro.
I'm asking you. Do you want to go live
See
for
the
live?
hostility.
Nah, hey, listen, temperature check. I just want to know. Do you want to go? Do you want to go team for team? That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna keep it a bean. I didn't really watch basketball this year, but I'll do it.
I'll
do it. Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind.
Lakers lost today by 10.
They
lost
sure
by
did.
7.
Sure did.
Was Ja Morant playing in this game?
Yep. Nope.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Oh my goodness!
All right, so let's just pull up this quick mock right here.
Oh,
See where in Dig Bug.
Oh boy!
Now he's saying his name wrong.
Jig Bug.
He trying to trigger me.
Dig Bug and Jig Bug. Find your favorite mock. All right, whoever it is, go to CBS or NFL Network and see where he's.
He got him sounding like a movie star, like this is album.
Your guy and you Jig Bug and Dig Bug and Jig Bug. Go find your guy and see where he's coming off the board at.
This week. He's a good actor. He's a good actor.
Tell me, it's gonna be some surprises in this draft. There's gonna be some surprises. Let's find this right now. I'm going to NFL.
My man.
Call my man Bucky Brooks.
My man on the Seth Rollins today.
You told me a guy who played against Arkansas.
I got Jackson Smith and Jigma at 11 to the Tennessee Titans. And that's the first one I pulled up from PFF.
From PFF. What about NFL Network?
You told me to bring up my favorite mock. Did you not? Did you just tell me to bring up my favorite mock? 11. DJ Ray Rob, you hear this? 11. Oh, he ain't listening. It's all good. 11.
DJ went to Baltimore.
Sure did.
Is that to try to keep Lamar?
Yes.
Strictly to try to go. He said that I don't guarantee nothing.
No, that's Baltimore's plan. Was strictly getting them to keep Lamar because Tyler Huntley, you get on. Let me take that back because I actually like Tyler Huntley. I do like him, but you ain't getting him a superstar wide receiver. Like,
listen, OBJ went for the bag. You don't care who the damn quarterback.
You think
is.
so?
Yeah, of course. He got a ring already.
I mean, no, but at the same time, I think he still want Lamar to be his quarterback.
He do. Hell yeah, he want Lamar to be his
that's what I'm
quarterback.
saying.
He definitely do. But at the end of the day, yeah, I'm going to get this back.
Collecting my draft analysts here. We got.
You got the Gina?
When it's time, it's time.
I'm trying to set her up for Sunday or Monday. Closer to the drive.
Or try the new cream cold.
Closer to the drive because we need to figure out who's going number one. I mean, even though we know.
It's time for
I don't know. I may be
Oh,
back.
wasn't she supposed to call Jenny?
Set her up for Monday.
Okay.
Monday or Wednesday leading up to the draft. Draft is Thursday.
I think Seattle would be able to take a quarterback here because at the 20th pick, they can get another skill position player. The former #1 high school recruit in the country went to Georgia.
Okay, we got. Let me go NFL now. Let's see. Get away from this. See the latest of the NFL Network. You going PPF, Piffery.
Man, oh man.
I don't think he's going to throw.
You said you top 25, bro. You basically just gave away a pizza.
Yeah, I just gave away a piece. I could have said 20.
You could have, and I was getting scared. I ain't gonna lie.
That's what I should have said.
Yeah, 2020 would have been a better bet because he's definitely going 25.
I don't know. I mean, if what's the name slide, that means he is going to go higher than him. You know what I mean?
If who slide?
If
Johnston?
slide. I mean, they got him in the green room, right? And Jigba got invited to the draft.
Yes, he did. Johnston did not. I got 15 to the Packers in my second favorite mock draft, and this is on NFL.com.
You got Jigba?
And Jigba to the Packers.
They want the Packers, yeah, 15.
Oh, for Jordan Love, with Jordan Love?
disgusting, but it makes my point. So.
Hold on. See, I'm
That's-
so quick to say
that's
yeah, and
gross.
love shit. Yo, I got a bad.
Who do you think? What do you mean? Jordan Love, the only quarterback?
No, Aaron Rodgers ain't going
No,
nowhere.
he's not. Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron
Rodgers
Rodgers is
ain't
not
going nowhere.
playing for the Packers.
Yo,
He
watch
did.
this.
He said he's staying. He ain't going nowhere.
Whoa! Hold on. Aaron Rodgers said he's staying?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
The Jets just did all that for no reason.
I just told. Listen, y'all don't remember in shows earlier. I said,
No, you
y'all
did
the
call
crazy-
that. You did call that. I give you
You
that.
think he gonna
Yeah.
give up $50 million? No
No, sir.
way.
And
Jesus.
And y'all-
Green Bay, sir.
And y'all made the playoffs.
Yo, this is why I be allowing everybody to just
Oh,
go crazy
my
about certain stuff. You see, I was calm the whole time. I said, yo, Aaron Rodgers.
I knew he wasn't going nowhere.
Nowhere. Watch what I tell you.
Aaron Rodgers is
They did
staying.
all that. Aaron Rodgers.
I wish y'all knew this. I'd have been making for the Jets fans
Listen,
all
listen,
day,
listen,
dog.
Miles
Jets-
Murphy from Clemson.
I just want you to know if the Jets really had
Oh.
the bag on
Quentin Johnson slides to Kansas City.
Don't want that. Don't want that at all.
if the,
Schrager, come on, Schrager.
if the
Darnell Washington, 28 to 6.
I wouldn't like that at all.
Don't
Hell
play
no.
these guys. So y'all want to get this guy to Cincy, who we gotta play, who just
Hell
destroyed
no.
us. And y'all want to go ahead and
Who?
didn't
No.
they just picked up.
I got Jackson Smith and Jigba at 20 to the Seahawks from the Ringer.
now that might be a good pick. Get Geno Smith another.
Tyler Lockett,
That
DK
might be
Metcalf.
nice.
Yeah. No, I think they should get Zay Flowers
If
for
the
real.
Jets had the bag though on Aaron, he'd have already been. Remember, Brett Favre did the same.
Green Bay wanted too much for him. And on top of that, that money, like Jets ain't got no money. How y'all? They wanted Green Bay to eat half of that salary. You think Green Bay was going to eat half of that to get rid of Aaron Rodgers? Never.
Would just keep him. It's fine.
It's cheaper to keep him.
Yeah.
We paid him. We could have let him test free agency last year when he was on the contract.
Jordan Love will not be the starter. That's gonna be the kill. That's gonna be the killer.
Well, not if Aaron Rodgers is there for sure.
That's gonna be the killer.
They were going to need to just trade him in.
It was
That was
all
just a big
ready
wave.
for Jordan Love.
It's
I
his
don't
there.
think
It's his theory on y'all made a big mistake on getting Jordan Love. Y'all supposed to go get him a receiver
For sure.
or somebody else.
Sure was.
Jordan
That was the
Love stood up
stupidest
there
draft pick
on
I've
y'all
seen in a
roster.
minute. Yeah.
No, because Aaron Rodgers dictated that had control.
Can I ask a question?
What?
What was the number on Jordan Love when the Packers picked him?
I was like 20 something. Was it 27, 28?
What, you mean pre-draft?
No, when he got drafted.
He got drafted.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't
He was
know.
in the 20s somewhere.
What year was that?
That was the same
4
year
years
as
ago.
Mahomes? No.
4
Couple
years
years
ago,
after.
right?
19.
Who was in that draft?
Quarterback?
No, who
Oh,
came out the first round in that draft? Anybody?
in the second round.
Dog, what?
Yeah, he made your ass jump.
That's really why I'm scaring the death out of you right now. They ain't
Jump.
coming
I was ready to turn around and fight. My hours went up.
Jordan Love. Jordan Love from out of Utah, damn state. 2000, he COVID year. Was it COVID?
Yeah, 2020.
2020.
Okay, who came out the draft in 2020?
Let's go to it.
2020.
Player.
Rams.
2020
Why I was still gonna say Green Bay will not win a
Henry
championship.
Ruggs, player selection.
Disgusting.
35 wide receivers are taking that job.
38 linebacker.
Okay, so Jordan Love was taking
Joe Burrow was the number one pick. Chase Young. Justin
26.
Herbert.
Jordan Love was 26.
Justin
After
Jefferson,
that,
Jonathan Taylor. Jesus Christ.
T.
Trayvon
Higgins. After
Diggs.
that, T.
Jalen Hurts.
Higgins. T. Higgins went 33rd.
There's a weapon.
Michael Pittman.
There's a weapon.
DeAndre Swift.
There's a weapon.
LaVisca Chenault.
That's nasty.
KJ Hamler. I don't know where. Yeah, KJ Hamler still around. Chase Claypool.
Oh.
Sure. That's who I thought they were gonna go get.
J.K. Dobbins. Cam
Mims.
Akers.
Oh, fuck.
AJ
Van
Dillon,
Jefferson. Denzel Mims.
Over. You just named about 5 or 6 weapons that could have helped Green
Yep.
Bay. Easily.
Yep. We ain't even named the running backs.
Easily. Jonathan Taylor was second round, wasn't he? Jonathan Taylor, when he went to the Colts, was second.
41st pick. Yeah.
Get the fuck, I'm up.
He was picked.
I'm up.
Guess who he was picked after?
I'm up.
You know who he was
They
picked
took
after?
Jordan Love
Oh, wait, no.
before they took Jonathan Taylor. I'm up. All the way up.
AJ
Trayvon
Epinesa was the
Diggs.
54th pick.
Trayvon Diggs.
Disgusting.
Trayvon Dick. I'm up.
Jalen Hurts.
I'm up. Who just got $51 million? I'm up. Big dummy. Could have took Jalen Hurts. Yo, Philly would be effed if Green Bay actually knew how to evaluate quarterbacks. Literally.
If who know how to evaluate quarterbacks?
If Green Bay knew how to pick and
How would Philly
evaluate,
be at?
Huh?
How would Philly be at?
because Jalen Hurts would have went before
Oh, I see
Love.
what you're saying.
Philly never gets Jalen Hurts.
Didn't they pick him when he still had Carson?